Everyone keeps asking why the Rivian R2 matters. And that question is exactly why it does. Because this isn't a flex product. This isn't Rivian trying to shock the internet. This is Rivian trying to build something that actually fits into real life. And once you understand that, the R2 starts to make a lot more sense. When I first looked into the R2, I didn't expect to be impressed. I thought it would feel like a smaller R1S, a cheaper compromise, a good enough version. But that's not what this is. This feels intentional. Standing next to the R2, the first thing I notice is the size. It's smaller, yes, but it doesn't feel cut down. It feels right. The proportions work, the stance feels planted, and those signature Rivian Stadium headlights are still there. But on this body, they feel calmer, less dramatic, more usable. This is the first Rivian that looks like it belongs in a city, not just in a marketing photo on a mountain. I can picture parking this without stress. I can picture daily driving it, commuting, errands, normal life. And that matters more than people admit. Then there's Safari mode. And I'll be honest, at first I rolled my eyes. It sounded like one of those features made for headlines, until I understood what it actually does. All the windows drop. Not just the sides, the rear glass too. And suddenly the cabin opens up. Not in a gimmicky way, in a way that makes the vehicle feel connected to the world outside it. You can imagine slow drives, campsites, scenic roads, even cruising through the city on a warm evening. It changes the mood of the car. And once you experience that feeling, it's hard to go back. Under the skin, the R2 gets surprisingly serious. This is a new platform, and it uses larger 4695 cylindrical battery cells. That matters, because bigger cells mean fewer components, better thermal management, and potentially better long-term reliability. This isn't about chasing headlines, it's about building something that works day after day. Rivian is targeting over 300 miles of range, and honestly, that feels perfect. Not excessive, not underwhelming, just usable. Enough for road trips, enough for adventure, enough that you're not constantly thinking about charging. Then there's performance, a tri-motor all-wheel drive setup, 0 to 60 in around 3 seconds. That's quick. But what I like is how Rivian treats that speed. It doesn't feel like a party trick. It feels like confidence, like the power exists for traction and control, not just bragging rights. And that's the theme here, confidence. The R2 doesn't try to overwhelm you. It doesn't scream. It doesn't beg for attention. It just feels capable. Now, let's be real. This isn't a perfect vehicle, and pretending it is would be dishonest. My first concern is durability. Rivian talks about adventure, but adventure is messy. Dirt, scratches, wear over time. I want to see how the interior holds up after years of real use, not showroom lighting. Second, software. Rivian has improved, but this is still a pressure point. Tesla sets the standard here. If Rivian wants to pull buyers away, the software needs to feel solid every day. No glitches, no frustration, just works. And then there's brand maturity. Rivian is still young. That's not a flaw, but it is a factor. Service, support, long-term ownership. Those things matter more than people admit. But here's where everything changes. The price. Around $45,000. That number changes the conversation. Suddenly, this isn't a niche EV. This is something people can actually cross-shop. And Rivian isn't trying to be cheaper than Tesla. They're trying to be different, more rugged, more tactile, more human. This feels like Rivian saying, you don't have to choose between tech and personality. And that's refreshing. The R2 doesn't feel like it's trying to replace gas cars overnight. It feels like it's trying to make the transition feel natural, comfortable, familiar. And that's why I care about this car. Not because it's extreme, but because it's realistic. If Rivian gets this right, the R2 won't just be another EV. It'll be the car that proves Rivian belongs long-term. And honestly, that's harder than building something flashy.